Hi everybody, Sandra Duran Wilson here, and welcome back to Mixed Media Soul Sparks. I've got a lot of new ideas for you, and before I jump into that, I just want to talk about some of the upcoming workshops that I have. My March workshops are all filled up, but I do have some workshops coming up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania in July with Art and Soul. And I also have one in Wisconsin in October. And then I've only got 2 places left for my international workshop to San Miguel de Allende in November. So everything is on my website, and I'll put a link to my website in the comments. So please take a look. I'd love to see you in a live workshop. And you never know, go to Mexico with me. So let's jump into what I've got planned for you today. Now, this was my last book, Creative Awakening Your Creative Soul. I was just looking, it came out in 2018. Time just really goes by. But one of the pieces I made for this book, and I'll show you what it is this piece. And it was more of a process piece called Who Are You? And so it was a bit of a writing exercise, and I really love the exercise. The painting though, well, let me show you where the painting is now. So here's part of her, and here is the other part and the frame. So let me just talk about what I'm doing here. And I love to upcycle things. So I decided that when I use the frame as part of the art, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this. This frame, let me pull it in here so you can see. Are we all lined up in here? I think so. This frame I did with molding paste, and then I carved back into it and painted on top of it. And then as you saw in the book and that picture, this face was in there, and this is framed in. So when I pulled this out and I wanted to work with this, I looked and it was like, this was all done on paper, and it was put onto this panel. So I was trying to pull some of these large pieces off, and I was just going to paint over it. But all of the paper came off. But this was the panel. So now I've kind of got a frame within a frame within a frame, because I've got this flat part, then I've got this, what they call a fillet, and then I've got this part that's going to go inside. One of the things I started to do let me just see if we can see this okay. I'll move this out of the way. Sanding is not really one of my favorite things to do just because of the dust factor, but it can really change a piece. So I picked up my sandpaper and I just started sanding this back a little bit, and I just really love how it started to change the piece. Now this is a nice, I never skimp on my sandpaper. This is a 320 3M Pro grade, just because, like I said, I really don't like sanding, so it really makes it go by a lot faster. Let me just get some of this sanded down, and I'll hold it up for you so you can see. It's kind of noisy too. Let's see, we're looking at this little area down in here. There's gold on here, so it might have a reflective quality, but you can see where I've sanded it back, and it almost has this kind of encaustic look. And I like that better than this area where I had, initially painted it. So I'm going to sand this back, and then I'm going to decide what I'm going to do in this center part. And I just got back from southern New Mexico, this area called Three Rivers, where there's this really high concentration of petroglyphs. And the landscape out there is just amazing. So I think what I'm going to do is not necessarily petroglyphs, but kind of do an abstract landscape and use that, because these are almost like my own little glyphs of writing. So I'll finish this piece and show you what it looks like. But what I want to show you is a quick and easy way to do another way to incorporate the frame into your painting. So this is a frame that I bought, at the hobby store. They used to have these sales long ago, like buy one, get one free or something. And it had, it's a photo frame. You can see the back is that black velvet where it was like, put up your photos. So I just took and sanded it. It had some gold leaf. And then I put gesso on it, so my paint will stay. This piece is a transfer that I did over a collage. And I've got a transfer class coming up pretty soon, so if you're into transfers, I'll let you know about that. And what I want to do now, I started it here. So when I put this into the piece, I'm going to be carrying the imagery around the entire frame. And it'll probably take me a few steps, but I'll just kind of get you going. This is, I'm matching the brown to the base part and a couple of these blues. And just using, a cosmetic wedge to get it a little damp. And I'll do this in a couple of steps. So I'm getting the brown in, and then I'll come back in with a stamp, or I can even just hand paint it. So depending on what imagery you use, you can adapt, expand the painting, and let it grow out into the frame area. And so I think it's a lot of fun. You don't have to copy it exactly. You could add fun details to it. And when I finish this, we'll see how it ends up. I might add some other little parts to it. Parts being maybe markers or stamps or, oops, I went a little too far on that. And then with the blue, I'm just going to come in here and put the first coat on, because I'm going to come back in and add some clouds, both to the imagery and to the frame. But you get the idea of where we're going with this. And that's what these little soul sparks are all about. It's like to spark an idea for you. It's not all about from start to finish the entire tutorial. That's what the classes are for. But these little videos are just little things to get you going. And when that dries, I'll come back in. You can see how I'll continue to add the color up here. It's good to be able to work with both hands. So just pop this in and you'll get an idea of what it's going to look like. And I'll finish it up, and there we go. And I'll start to add the clouds and some more details of the bricks. I've got these stamps. Let's see if I can do something really quick with that. All right, I grabbed some other paints just so I could get my stamp with some paint on it. So I need a lighter brown. than what I had, and I added a little yellow, some white. Okay, I think that'll work. And I'm going to use this to actually just get some paint onto this stamp. What I did there is I just picked up several different colors without blending them. And that gives it a little bit more of a hit or miss, kind of blending it on the stamp itself. So let's just try that. Oh yeah, I think that'll gives it a subtle indication of the adobes, they're called. Yeah, that's better. And if you overlap the stamping on top of your transfer, it's going to start to integrate it. Let's go this way. All right. Yeah. So you can see where I'm going with that. So just little hints of it. And I'll work on that some more and show you the finished piece. But this is just another way to have a surprise to your art and use up, if you've got some of these old frames laying around, which I do, and I'm really trying to upcycle and use up pieces that are in my storeroom and do a little spring cleaning. So I'll finish this one up and show you what it looks like when it's all wrapped up, and hopefully get the other big one done too. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Join the Creative Awakening community on Facebook, where you'll be able to post your art, connect with other creatives around the world, and ask questions. Use the hashtag #MixedMediaSoulSparks when posting your work on social media. Thanks for joining me.